What's going on, everyone? Tayler Kyles and Brian Hines here for CLNS Media, coming at you from the Patriots' 9th day of training camp. Friendly reminder, this show is powered by Game Time. Make sure to use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. That's code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Now, very important, it is hot out here. We had another long practice, an intense practice where we got team drills, we got red zone, everything you could possibly want in a very humid and nasty day, although we did get some coverage. So Drake Maye kind of mentioned how the offense has actually been kind of punching back at the defense, even though he said that the offense would be behind the defense. And even after practice, we heard from players that the offense really is competing out here. Now, let's start with the quarterbacks, what everyone wants to know about. Jacoby Brissett and Drake Maye. I'd personally say they both had pretty solid days out here. Feels like Drake Maye is still more comfortable than he was in those first 2 days of pads. And Jacoby Brissett, not lighting the world on fire, but I do like his aggressiveness. And although the ball placement isn't where you always want it, it feels like he clearly is more comfortable in running this offense more efficiently. So, Brian, what is your take on how the Patriots quarterbacks performed today?
Especially Drake Maye in the red area. Very encouraging because, it gets tight down there. It's tough. Usually your completion numbers aren't that high, and he's been pretty comfortable down there. And it looks like we talked early when the pads first came on, everything looked a little too fast for him. Maybe things starting to slow down a bit today. He had one plays in sevens where it was a double post. He comes off his first read, hits Jalen Polk in the back of the end zone, ended that drill with a touchdown to Javon Baker, so the rookie's getting involved.
Nice anticipation throw, too.
Exactly. And then maybe his best throw of camp. Little quick, decisive, just missile between 2 or 3 defenders. Mitchell Wilcox didn't haul it in, but it was one of his best throws of camp. So you're starting to see things maybe, mentally catch up to Drake Maye a little. And, this is 3 positive days in a row, I thought, for him. Jacoby, he had a very impressive 1-minute drive, deep ball to KJ Osborne, ended it with a little, just jump ball to Hunter Henry, who had a really awesome day. Both of those guys, KJ Osborne and Hunter Henry. But he did have an interception in a 2-minute drill on a deep shot downfield. Jalen Reagor, I believe it was, kind of hung up in the air, and that's something we've both kind of noticed from Jacoby the last few days of camp.
Yeah, it was disappointing because in the drive that ended in the interception, he started out really hot. You had a seam throw to Hunter Henry. You had another one. Check out the Patriots Twitter account if you haven't seen it yet. The play was crazy. Hunter Henry makes a twirling one-handed grab down the sideline, and then I believe it
didn't count, unfortunately.
Didn't count?
Didn't count. They brought it back. There was pressure on a play. I believe it was Tristan Hill from the interior, so I think they called it a sack. They brought it back, but incredible catch by Hunter Henry.
Yeah, and Jacoby Brissett was cooking, but then, like you said, the ball just hung up on him, and I feel like there's some things with Jacoby Brissett. He's going to operate the offense well. For the most part, he's going to be accurate. But every once in a while, especially when pushing the ball downfield, the ball is going to hang on him, and it's going to force receivers to have to make plays. We've actually seen KJ Osborne do that in each of the past 2 practices, so I'm curious from your perspective, Hunter Henry and KJ Osborne, it felt to me like it was not only their best days individually of camp,
100%,
but also days where, you really only think of these guys as the possession receivers, so they can work underneath to intermediate, not going to give you a whole lot of spark plays. But for the starting offense, it felt like they were really the spark plugs that got things going downfield.
Some explosive plays downfield, definitely. And I know we're all excited about Polk and Baker and even Poppy's back and all these young guys. And we should be excited. They've been pretty impressive out here. But you need some reliable veterans in that passing attack, especially when you transition to Drake Maye at some point. You would like some reliable veterans. And we'll see how long Kendrick Bourne kind of takes to get back. So KJ Osborne and Hunter Henry are those guys. And I thought this was KJ Osborne's best practice of the summer. Lots of catches in team drills. And then Hunter Henry, the one-hander, unfortunately didn't count. Great catch. And then you saw the touchdown. We know he can be a factor in the red area, and good to see that from Hunter Henry today.
Yeah, and just close it out maybe with a little bit of offensive line talk, because this was a day where the Patriots were missing 2 of their best tackle options in Chukwuma Okorafor, who actually swapped out late in practice yesterday, so we got some more context as to why that happened. Calvin Anderson actually came in for Okorafor, but he was also out during today's practice. Now, with the top offensive line, Vidarian Lowe once again at left tackle, but we had Caden Wallace returning to the right side as the top right tackle for the offense. And then the backups, it looked like we had Kellen Deesh, who was recently signed for New England as the backup left tackle. On the right side, we had Zuri Henry, an undrafted rookie free agent. Did you notice anything that stood out from that group?
A lot of pressure on the quarterbacks today, and maybe what you would expect being down 2 tackles, right, on a position group that they were already kind of weaker on. So hopefully nothing serious from Okorafor. He was out here, so hopefully, that's encouraging, and he can be back soon. They have a day off tomorrow, so we'll see Monday. But, yeah, they need that group healthy, and they We've said it all summer and spring and winter. They need to find a five they like up front, and those guys got to be healthy in order to do that.
Yeah, I'd also note the run game did not look as good as it has, or at least did in the first two practices. We've seen the past 2 days in pads, Patriots defensive front was building a wall. Actually, one of the defensive groupings we saw was Mike Purcell, who was recently signed at the nose, with Devon Godchaw and Daniel Equale on the inside of a 5-man front. I actually asked Daniel Equale, what's the mentality when you have that kind of personnel grouping out there? And he was like, yeah, you're not going to run on us. We're building the wall.
1,000 pounds up there.
Literally, no, just like
lineman.
clog it in the middle and don't let him run. We definitely saw more resistance from the defensive line. Offensive line, not a great day, but again, depth was a big issue. So for all of our written work, make sure to check out clnsmedia.com, and for all of our videos, check out Patriots Press Pass over at YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to Patriots Press Pass for all your Patriots news and updates on YouTube, and for all our written work, make sure you check out clnsmedia.com.